Welcome back to Happy at Home. If you're new here, I'm Angie Happie Lou, and today I want to talk to you about why your diet may not be working for you, why you're not losing the weight you had hoped to, and a few tips on how you can find the recipe for success when it comes to dieting. Happy at Home. First of all, I hate the word diet. It sounds like a punishment, something I have to go through, suffer through, begrudgingly do because my unhealthy lifestyle choices have brought me to a place where I am unhappy with my body. I have been probably dieting on and off like this for over 30 years. No joke, I have been on some sort of diet since the age of 12. Because I have been dieting for more than half my life, dealing with issues like body dysmorphia, I'll definitely be sharing more about my personal experiences in another video. And then working in the fitness industry for the past 20 plus years, I personally know about the struggles of trying to lose weight and maintaining that weight loss, especially as we age. After becoming a functional nutrition coach, I began to understand what my body needs, how to properly fuel it, and have a healthy, long-lasting, enjoyable journey with my food choices because it's honestly, at the end of the day, one of the main things that I actually have control over.
What is functional nutrition? Functional nutrition views food as medicine and aims to personalize a food plan to the individual's nutritional needs and cultural identity. It focuses on the body as a whole ecosystem with the main goal to address the root cause of symptoms. These symptoms can be clues to potential food-related health issues such as nutritional deficiencies, food sensitivities, or food allergies. In summary, it's a personalized plan that's systems-oriented and emphasizes on food and lifestyle choices. It recognizes food as a device to address diseases, and it's a holistic approach to optimizing health based on an individual's unique needs.
By learning how the food I was eating was not only affecting my physical body composition, but also my mood, my hormones, energy levels, and mental clarity, I started to become hyper-aware of what types of foods, and diets for that matter, made me feel good or bad. What I discovered is that not all diets are created for everyone, and here are my 5 top reasons why you may not be losing weight on whatever diet you're currently on. Number 1, I'm gonna call this slow and steady wins the race. First and foremost, you may not be on the right diet for your body and lifestyle, and therefore, it's only a temporary period where you're attempting to drastically change things you've been doing your whole life. This is not easy, guys. You might be fired up at first because you have some event, New Year's resolution, a vacation coming up, whatever it may be. But it's not a realistic, sustainable change that you can carry on with. This type of dieting will yield temporary results, and more often than not, actually make it harder for you to lose weight again once you get back from that calorie fest vacay, because you've gained even more weight than when you started and probably lost a bunch of muscle mass during the crazy crash diet you were on in the first place. Plus, our bodies are constantly changing as we age. What worked for you in your 20s may not work as well in your 30s, and don't even get me started on how much harder it seems to lose weight in your 40s. So what's my solution to this first problem? Pick a diet that can actually become a lifestyle change for you, and give your body time to adapt to these changes. For instance, if you find yourself to be a grazer, then maybe choose to monitor your portions, or on the contrary, if you're used to and prefer eating only 2 large meals a day without snacking, intermittent fasting taken up a notch like the 5-2 diet may be perfect for your lifestyle. If you're super active, restricting too many calories could be detrimental to your success. And if you're just looking to swap out some things like soda and juices for water, drink wine only on the weekends, or be more mindful about adding more fruits and veggies to your plate at each meal, do what is most feasible for you. Chances are you've been on a new diet for 2 weeks and wondering why you haven't lost 5 pounds or more. Rapid weight loss is never a good sign, and definitely not something you should be looking to achieve. Maybe 1 to 2 pounds a week, depending on the type of diet you're on. And remember, it should make you feel good, not bad. The key is consistent, small, manageable, and enjoyable changes that you can monitor by how it makes you feel, and that will be the ones that can last a lifetime. Okay, number 2, your portions are off. Meaning you're either not eating enough protein, not eating enough period, like starving yourself, or eating the wrong portions at the wrong times. There are so many studies on why eating your largest meal during your most active hours, which means you have all day to burn those calories, versus eating a gigantic meal at night and then going to sleep, can totally sabotage your weight loss goals.
What is chronobiology? Chronobiology is a study of how our body's natural cycles, mental, physical, and emotional, are affected by the rhythms of the sun, moon, and seasons. What is thermogenesis? That's the necessary accompaniment of all metabolic processes involved in the maintenance of the body in the living state and occurs in all organs. It includes energy expenditure involved in ingesting, digesting, and processing food, the thermic effect of food. But how are the two related to weight gain or loss? Why do calories eaten in the morning seem to be less fattening than calories eaten in the evening? More calories are burned off in the morning due to diet-induced thermogenesis, the amount of energy the body takes to digest and process a meal, given in part as waste heat. Your body will use 50% more calories to digest the same meal in the morning versus in the afternoon or at night.
Depending on the type of diet you're on, this may drastically differ, but eating adequate protein dispersed throughout the day can keep your body in fat-burning mode for longer. This doesn't mean it has to be animal protein either. In fact, you can supplement your meals with plant protein shakes and snacks like berries and nuts or apples with nut butter, and if you're allergic to nuts, hummus with carrot and celery sticks, you get the idea. How much protein are we talking here? I consider myself an active person, so I usually try to consume between 60 to 90 grams of protein daily. Depending on your activity level and age, everyone's recommended daily protein intake will vary, but aim for about 10% of your total daily calories from both animal and plant sources, and always aim for nutrient-dense protein sources, low in saturated fat and processed carbs. You can also determine your daily protein intake by multiplying your weight in pounds by 0.36. But that would be a calculation used if you're more sedentary. Okay, let's get back to the part about not eating enough, period. This can have adverse effects on your energy, mood, sleep quality, cause your muscles to atrophy, which you don't want because muscle mass plays a huge role in helping to burn fat, by the way, but will mostly lead you to be miserable throughout the process and raise the likelihood that you'll end up binge eating like crazy on your cheat day and having to reset all over again, or just give up altogether because you see the pounds climb right back up immediately the next day. I have seen this happen to people so many times. Which brings me to number 3. Stop cheating! At least for 30 days. Okay, does that sound mean? I'm serious. Over the years, I've seen and experienced the pitfalls of this firsthand. If you're really serious about changing your lifestyle, making healthier choices, going on that diet, don't cheat for at least 30 days. It may sound like torture, but it doesn't have to if you pick the right diet for yourself and your lifestyle. Remember, you're trying to undo a bunch of unhealthy habits and learn new ones. This takes determination, discipline, and time. Why would you work so hard all week and then gorge all weekend, or on that one day a week, set yourself back into your old ways, or worse, make yourself physically sick by eating more calories in one sitting than you had all week combined? Trust me, by doing this, you'll be making it harder to actually implement those habits long term. Really reward yourself for the hard work and dedication you put in, and set a day to go out and enjoy that drink, dessert, whatever it may be, but after 30 days. Ironically though, you may not even want or enjoy it like you used to after that period because your taste buds will change.
Yes, your taste buds can change. The average lifespan of a taste bud is approximately 10 days. Studies show that after only a few weeks on a low salt, low sugar, and even low fat diets, the more sensitive you become to these additives and will eventually crave them less. The good news is that our taste buds physically change, and the longer we eat healthy food, the better they will taste.
Number 4, watch out for hidden sugars. Sugar is everywhere and in almost everything, from dressings, sauces, drinks, even wasabi. Sugar is in processed foods, even packaged foods labeled as low fat or diet, and even things labeled as sugar-free are laden with sugar substitutes, which by the way can actually raise your blood sugar and insulin levels just as much or sometimes even more than its refined counterparts, only the reaction time can be delayed. There are added sugars in fruit juices, even the less caloric alcoholic beverages that are so popular like seltzers and ciders, even smoothies and acai bowls. This is something to really be careful of, guys, because our bodies weren't built to metabolize that much fructose at once, like that pulverized version in a smoothie and an acai bowl. There's usually added fruit juices like orange juice, which is missing all of the fiber content of its whole form. And don't even get me started on all of the toppings. Again, great to have if you're not trying to lose weight, but if you're wondering why the pounds aren't going down, you might be having one too many smoothies or bowls a week. Note that sugar is the only thing we don't have a recommended daily intake for, which means we definitely don't need it. There's enough sugar in the foods we eat, so not being aware of any additional hidden sugars can really hinder your progress. And number 5, cut the associations. What I mean by this is we usually associate some sort of food/comfort food with an activity or time of day. For instance, snacking while watching TV, ice cream after dinner, soda with our burgers and fries. Yes, I know, these things bring many of us joy, but could this association be a problem for you if you're trying to change some major habits and create new ones? I'm not gonna tell you to never watch TV or go out to a burger joint. However, in my experience, substituting one thing for another, even if you think it's a healthier option, like snacking on carrots instead of chips while watching TV, still doesn't cut the association of snacking while watching TV. Does that make sense? Meaning, if you continue to snack versus getting used to not eating anything at all while watching, chances are one day you'll be snacking on those pita chips and honey mustard pretzels for hours on end again once the diet period is over. But if you can get used to not eating anything at all during TV time, designate your meal times to strictly include meals, you won't really be associating this activity with a snack because you're probably eating due to that association and not necessarily because you're hungry anyway. There's so much more to this because even something like ice cream after dinner can become a habitual associated behavior that can be very difficult to break if we keep having to have something sweet after a meal. All right, let's go over some quick tips to help you succeed in your diet/weight loss/get healthy for life goals. Number 1, read your labels. This may seem super obvious, but if you really read all of the things that were in something you were about to eat, especially if it's processed, prepackaged, and especially if you are counting calories or looking for more fiber-rich, low-sodium, low-sugar alternatives, you would be more aware of what was going into your body and if and how this choice can help or hurt your goals. And number 2, meal prep for success. I can't stress this enough because the less you eat out, buy prepackaged food, the more you are in control of what is going into your body. And if you don't get into the habit of meal prepping, you're more likely to have to turn to those resources or just eat whatever is lying around or go to that drive-thru because you are starving once you get home. I'll be sharing so many ways on how to prepare clean snacks and meals, all based on nutrient-dense whole foods, low sodium and refined sugar-free, and yes, even my native Korean food, so stay tuned. Number 3, keep a food journal. You don't have to do this to obsessively count calories, something I hate doing, but more so to get an idea of how much you're doing your body good, which will help motivate you. I like to use this app called Lose It. You can download a free version and I'll link it in the description below. But I also like to document what I'm eating by taking pictures of it, which brings me to number 4. Get an accountability partner. You can do your diet or new eating plan, hopefully aiming for at least 30 days, with a friend or a group, and even start a daily check-in chat to share all about what you ate, what you're gonna eat, how you're feeling, etc. It sometimes get a little crazy with all of the food talk, but it's way more fun to do it this way. Share pics, and I love to even make a public announcement about a new plan I'm on social media, which forces me to be even more accountable with my audience, but also super fun. And last, number 5, drink more water. I'm sure you hear this all the time, but especially if you feel hungry, you may be mistaking thirst for hunger. Drink water first and see how you feel. I hope this truly helped you in some way. I've linked some of my favorite reads on the topic of dieting in the description below. And if you like this video, check out my latest on a 5-day water fast I like to do 1 to 2 times a year, and how it can help you segue into a healthier eating regimen long term. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please share your comments and questions below, and I'll see you on the next one.